In this video, we are going to talk about Tau or Bittensor, some of its recent price action, the crucial support and resistance areas, and where we can expect the price of Tau to go in the coming days and weeks. So looking at the weekly chart, we are basically exactly at the lowest part of this support area that we have hit multiple times throughout the past year. In the last few weeks, it was really looking like we are about to break down below this range. In the last few months, we've seen Tau range from about $290 all the way up to about 470. And in the last few weeks, it was really looking like we are about to break down below this range, but every single time so far, we have actually recovered back above it and closed the weekly candle just barely inside the range. And in the past week, we've seen Tau drop all the way down to about 260, and it was really not looking good. We were significantly below this crucial support area, but since then we have recovered back up. So there is still definitely hope for Tau to hold this support area and stay back in this range. A breakdown below this range would be absolutely devastating and would likely lead Tau to drop a lot further. So right now, as I said, we are exactly at the exact bottom of this range, at just below 290, but I would want to see Tau getting significantly above this to over 300 to be a lot more sure that we are back in this range and that we haven't really broken down. I can't say that we have broken down yet because we haven't closed any weekly candles below this range yet, but it's really not looking that great at the moment. We have been fighting with the support area for a few weeks now, and we just keep on dumping. In the past couple of weeks, despite Bitcoin actually doing well, after Bitcoin dropped all the way from its all-time high of 126k all the way down to 80k, it since then, in the last few days, in the last couple of weeks, it pumped back up to over 90k, and it's looking like the relief rally for Bitcoin is continuing. But what we've seen with Tau, despite Bitcoin doing relatively well, is not so great. The Bitcoin relief rally basically just barely led Tau to getting back up into this range, but it's really not convincing in my opinion, and any little bit of struggle by Bitcoin in the coming weeks could very easily lead Tau to completely breaking down below this range and sending it much lower. But if Bitcoin does continue its rally right away and doesn't get any more significant dumps in the next couple of weeks and actually just continues all the way up to 100k and potentially even above it, then Tau has a very good chance of actually completely reclaiming the range and potentially even getting a rally all the way back up to the upper part of the range. We've seen this happen multiple times already. So if we do see Bitcoin getting 200k and beyond that right away, then there is a very good chance of Tau just actually getting a very nice rally all the way back up to the upper part of the range and to over $400. This would be an absolutely insane rally. But in general, I am expecting most altcoins to likely not do so well compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum, at least in the next few weeks. I think that at least until Bitcoin starts getting much higher and we see a much better narrative in the entire crypto market, most altcoins will likely not do so well, at least compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum, and they will likely lag behind them. And I really don't think that Tau is any different. In the last video, back when Tau was at about 320, it was looking better, significantly better actually. But since then, despite Bitcoin doing pretty well, Tau actually dropped to 290, as you can see right here. And I really don't like this weakness by Tau. Of course, as I said, we are still in the range, and a very significant rally back up to the upper part of the range is still completely possible. But on a longer time horizon, I don't think that Tau will do very well, at least until we see a real period of euphoria in the market and an alt season. And I think this is likely the case with most altcoins in general. Of course, there will be some exceptions, and Tau could be one of them, but it is absolutely not my base case, and I think that it will most likely just lag behind Bitcoin, or possibly if Bitcoin gets a dump, then Tau could actually lose this range, as I said, and dump way lower. Tau is a very small market cap coin, and it is very volatile and risky. I would personally avoid Tau at the moment. Of course, this is not financial advice whatsoever, but I would personally stick to Bitcoin and Ethereum and maybe some of the larger altcoins, but mostly Bitcoin and Ethereum. Again, this is not financial advice, but yeah guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it and you want more updates about Tau as well as other altcoins and the entire crypto market in general, make sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.